Today, the hot topic today was Hot Topic. You guys ever shop at Hot Topic? But the topic of the day was motivated seller calls, and we are definitely busy. We're busy. Let me mirror my video. Here we go. We're busy right now. We're in so many markets. The most markets we've ever been is, the reason why we're busy. So we are real estate investors what's going on? Julio, we got Julio from Wisconsin. So this live today, we're going to talk to you about how we're going after motivated sellers. We're going to talk, I'm going to explain to you how we're going after these. And then I'm going to have you guys listen to a call from our team. And then I want to do some Q&A to answer any questions that you have, and also show you, we still have some room for improvement. We're not super polished now. We are pretty damn good, for buying over 100 houses a year, but we still have room for improvement. I want to share with you a live recorded call. So if you are just joining my live, let me know what city and state you're from. Let me know if you're in real estate, what type of real estate you're involved in. We've had property managers on here, realtors, lenders are on here, beginners, seasoned, investors. Some are flipping properties, some are wholesaling, some are flippers, and some are investing in commercial. So the whole purpose of this live is to also not only educate you guys, but also help you guys network with each other, and potentially you guys might be able to do some deals. So it's a networking opportunity. So if you guys are new to my channel, my page, David, thank you for following me. I just started here. So I just got here on my live. I'm a little bit late today because we had, our team call went a little bit over today. We normally have a quick daily huddle, and it only lasts, anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes. But today we're fired up. We were talking about deals on the pipeline that we're looking to wholesale. Some are buy and hold. Some is a subject to. And and basically it went over because, we have to talk about deals, right? And that's what it is. That's what a real business talks about. And it went over till about 10:30. And I'm back here now. I was thinking about you guys. So I'm here on live. I'm going to go about probably around 45 minutes or so, but we're going to talk about motivated sellers. And then I'm going to show you an example call of an interaction with our team member. I'm going to give you guys a couple calls to review with me, and then I can answer any questions. But first and foremost, that is our YouTube channel, Cream Real Estate Investors. That's me on IG. That's my business partner, the real Dave P. He's a moderator of my lives as well, and he potentially will be joining us. We have a podcast to do today, and a lot of videos that we're shooting today. So we're going to be working here today, and also I'm probably going to do another live, probably around lunchtime, with him and I talking and answering your questions and doing some role play when it comes to talking to motivated sellers, because hands down, Dave P is one of the best acquisitions specialists, acquisitions for home buying that I've ever witnessed. And so we've trained our sales reps after his style. And what I'm going to show you today, a lot of the verbiage and the wording and the conversations that you're going to listen to are because of how we've trained our reps. So a lot of the same, verbiage that comes out of our reps has been stuff that we call them David-isms or Payerchin-isms, that it's just like the stuff that he's talking about and how he shares his tips. Our reps actually have regurgitated it. So that's why they're seeing success. So far, today we have 2 properties that we're going to wholesale. We're not going to keep them because they're in an area of Dayton. We're doing the wholesale deals in Dayton. First of all, they need more than $40K in rehab. And right now our construction crews are focused on our rentals. And so we are wholesaling them to a hedge fund. I think we're going to make in total of probably close to like $30K in total assignment fees. And then that hedge fund has been a buyer of ours for over three years now. So we've built that relationship with them. But today's topic is motivated sellers. And I'm just going to go right on my board If you're new to my lives, this is a real estate channel and page. I talk everything about real estate, some motivational stuff in there, some stuff that is related to side hustles and stuff like that. But the CREAM stands for cash flow, real estate, and money. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. And the focus is talking about motivated sellers. So if you're new, introduce yourself, let everybody know what city and state you're from. And if you are in real estate, then let us know what type of real estate. Like, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm a buy and hold investor, et cetera, okay? So motivated sellers, this is the topic of the day. How are we getting in front of the motivated seller? People are like, oh, how are you getting that house for 100K? Well, I'm not going to the MLS to get it. The MLS is the multiple listing service, right? Because even if the house was listed for 100K, just be prepared to pay 150, 160. It's probably not a deal at that point. I appreciate the follows, guys, and just share my live. Trying to get at least 100 people today. I'm giving away some free stuff. Also, that's what I'm talking about, wholesaling. My free resources are on my website, Rise with the Cream. It's risewiththecream.com. You can get my deal calculator. You can get the purchase and sale agreement, the assignment contracts, the rehab checklist, and on top of that, you get my cold call script, all for free. We just need your email. Cool? Fair enough? All right. Motivated sellers. One of the ways we get in front of them is cold calling. Okay? And I'm going to show you a handoff from our cold caller to our US-based closer. Okay? Number 2 is we send them a text. Number 3 is direct mail. Number 4 is ringless voicemail. Okay, have you ever had a voicemail that showed up on your phone and you're like, what in the hell was that? That's a ringless voicemail. Let me see if I can mess with can you guys see that a little bit? I know there's some, got the blinds here in my home office. So let me know if you need me to reiterate what this is. Number 5 is referrals. I talk about getting referrals from property managers, realtors, all that. And then number 6 is pay per click. We have a really good website. It's called sellhousecolumbus.com. It is on the number 1 Google search page when you type in Sell House Fast Columbus, Ohio, or We Buy Houses Columbus, Ohio. PPC goes right. It's paid per click advertising that you pay Google, and then per that search keywords, it pumps out your website out there. Okay, Miss Degree, good morning. I always appreciate the roses, so thank you. Now, these are the ways that we get in front of motivated sellers. How do we find out if they're motivated sellers? Well, we pull up PropStream, right? We pull up PropStream, which PropStream is a tool, a list broking tool, but not only are they a list broker, right? But they are also a way for us to pull comps. It also allows us to pull not only recent sales, but also rentals. You can pull up rental comps. It's a really robust tool that I talk about. You see my TikToks and lives. I talk about it. I even show examples of it. So I highly recommend it. And let's just say that we download the vacant list from PropStream and the high equity list from PropStream. Then we get that list. It's a raw list. But then what we do is we take that list and we go to BatchSkip Tracing, and we pay to play, guys. So we're a business. We have marketing costs. We put it right in a batch. They skip trace it, and then we get it back. And then our cold callers, immediately they start cold calling that list. And then it goes to a sequence. It's cold call, it's text, it's ringless voicemail. And then if they're non-responsive, then we go direct mail. Okay? And we at the very least, we send out a direct mail to the non-responsive list every month. Just one piece. And then we also track, okay, did we get traction from that? Say we have a list of 1,000, and this is actually a small list because we do more. We do over 40 or 50,000 lists, right? But let's just keep the numbers easy for you guys to read. So then we cold call them, and let's just say we cold call and 500 people picked up, the rest didn't. So now we're going to send another 500 texts. We're sending texts through Text Magic, okay? Text Magic, all right? Out of that 500, let's say only 300 text us back, so we still need to get in front of them. And then we have sequences in our CRM, which is Podio. So we track how many times we've actually tried to reach out that seller, right? And if we tried the text in a cold calling way already, then we know that this is going to be in the pile of, let's say it's 200. That 200 list of addresses and names are going to be sent a postcard, and we have a really high performing postcard that we use, and I like to call that postcard a ugly postcard. It's an ugly postcard. All right. So it's cold calling, text, and ringless voicemail. They get kind of, they're in this like sequence. And then direct mail is like the last straw because they've not taken up their phone or not. We probably have the wrong phone number. So then we send them the direct mail piece, okay? Referrals. So referrals, they're already being referred. They've got motivation. We're in direct communication with them. But sometimes they ghost us. Something happens. So we will sometimes put the referral through this process of cold calling, text, direct mail, and ringless voicemail if they, for some reason, you know how people are these days, right? People get, what's the saying? Canceled, right? What are the kids saying now? Canceled. So we got to go skip trace them. Maybe they got a number changed. You don't know. These people are in a situation where they got to sell their house. So maybe they didn't pay their phone bill. But PPC is always going for us basically monthly. I forget what the spend is on that, but the leads that come from our web, we treat those like a hot lead, right? So once they come in through our website, that form gets filled out, and our reps need to call that within the hour. If they don't, Dave and I will pick up that phone and call them ourselves, and it becomes our lead. So the reps know that they have an hour to get in front of that. Otherwise, it's not your lead anymore. You missed out on commission. We treat those leads as gold because they're highly motivated leads, and we've had the most spread on any deal through a web lead. Okay, so those are the ways, right? These are the ways. Go to my website, risewiththecream.com. Download our cold calling script. If you guys are doing wholesaling or even finding motivated sellers just to fix and flip, whatever you guys are doing, we have a solid cold calling script. You do need to cold call these people. Put it to, if you can't cold call, there's a ton of people that you can find on Upwork that will cold call. All right? That have experience, worked with other companies. All our cold callers are doing is searching for motivation. Once there's motivated seller on the line, it then gets transferred to our reps that are US based. They're actually based in our area. So they know the area. They know Ohio. I recommend doing that. So can you do this virtually in another market? Yeah, but you have to have a strong person on the phone. You need to have a strong person on the phone that actually is going to be able to build rapport quickly, and can build rapport, analyze the deal real quick, and then present the motivated seller an offer. All right, before I go into the example call, does anybody have questions about this? I got one teed up for you. I think it's... Yeah, this one's a little bit longer, so I wish I could maybe fast forward it. But hey, I'm going to play a little bit of this call. Make sure you're tapping on the screen, get more people on here, guys, because this is some... I don't know if anybody's doing this on TikTok. So hopefully we can get like 100 people on here, and maybe somebody learns something today. So quick questions before I do that. How do you find buyers in an area? I have a live that I went over yesterday about finding cash buyers. PropStream allows you to find cash buyers like this. You can download the list, and then it's a race to market to those buyers. We got Vegas, Wisconsin. Awesome, guys. Let me know if you're new here, just city and state, if you're in real estate. Cool. Let's see if we can do some networking as well. So we've got a question. Do I use VAs? Yes, our cold callers are VAs. And they're searching for motivation. Once we find motivation, it gets transferred. Oh, I got a little marker on there. It gets transferred to the US-based sales rep. The rep then asks questions. As you'll see a cold caller doing the intro to our US-based rep. The US-based rep will use PropStream to run over comps, and then we send contracts. We try to get the contract over the phone, okay? And if not, if we have to do, like, some people are like, they're old school. They want to see you, feel you, whatever, and they want to meet you. So, yeah, we are based in Columbus. We will drive 2 hours to Cincinnati to sign a contract if we have to. But we're getting really good now at signing over the phone. But you're going to have some old school type people that are out there. It's cool. It's fine. That want to do business face to face. It's very normal. How do I calculate repairs? I use the 10, 20, 30 rule as a basis. 10 is a $10, right? $10 times square footage. So 10, 20, 30. 10 is a light rehab, carpet and paint. There's already updated systems. That's a light rehab. If you have to remodel update one of the bathrooms or kitchens, plus everything else, I call that a $20 times the square footage rehab, right? Those are just basic numbers. And then 30 is like a pretty big rehab. 30 is like, I got to replace the roof. There's some, they probably gutted the kitchen or something like that. And it still needs it needs exterior landscaping and all that. That's $30 or more. If you hear like, man, this thing is completely gutted to the studs, that's probably around $50 times the square feet. Then you send your inspector and you get the pictures, and then you adjust your numbers from there. That's how I figure out rehab over the phone. We call it the price per square foot model. Okay, I'm from Wisconsin. Let's connect. All right, cool. We got Wisconsin on here. Thank you again for the roses. Guys, network with each other. If you're a wholesaler and need a buyer need a wholesaler, lenders, let everybody know what you're doing. Is that today's prices on repairs? Yeah, I mean, you can increase it. You can increase it if you feel like this is for my market. I'm in Ohio, so it might be different in your market. So if you feel like stuff's expensive in your market, maybe add another $10 and do 20, 40, and 50. I'm just giving you some basic stuff so that you can get the mechanics right. You don't have to be like precision perfect in this business, because you can always go back and renegotiate with your motivated seller. All right, cool. So let's go. Let me give you some basis on this, some background, some context on this call. I'm going to flip this around here. All right, so this is our acquisitions guy, right? So the call went from, this is a lady, older lady, and basically she was going to be working with a realtor, but our sales rep basically convinced her to not work with a realtor. Guys, if you're realtors, don't hate, but we are sometimes dealing with this type of situation where the seller doesn't want to work with the realtor, and they don't want to like, they don't want to piss the realtor off or whatever. And so we will have to sometimes talk to the realtor. But basically the call went from her working with a realtor at $100K to telling her I can't pay more than $65,000 and that we're not the best fit. She had that realtor that wanted to list a house for $100K. Now she only wants to work with us. So she wants to work with us because we can get the deal done. And we explained to them like, hey, working with us, you're going to probably get to save on commissions, and you don't have to do anything to the deal, blah, blah, blah. Like, we make it really convenient to work with us. So let me play this for you.
Hey, man. Hello? Yep. All right, cool. So you'll be talking to Nancy Roberts. Her main reason for selling is she's 74 years old. She has a very bad knee, had surgery in her knee, and her washer and dryer, laundry stuff is in the basement, and she doesn't want to go down the basement. And she wants a ranch-style house. Zillow has it for 102. Mortgage is around 45, and she's looking to get between 55 to 60 for the property.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, so that was the cold caller, right? That was a cold caller, his Zeus. Zeus transferred it to Walker. Walker's our U.S.-based sales rep. You saw that she has a mortgage of like 42 or what, 46 or something. So we know a little bit of like what she's into it for, because the cold caller was able to get as much information as possible, and that's great. Sometimes you don't get that much. Sometimes you just like get that they are motivated in selling it and they want to get transferred immediately, right? Because they're super motivated. So let's continue here.
Thank you for staying on the line, Nancy.
Yes.
All right, I have Walker on the other line. He's our home buying specialist, and he's going to go ahead and take it from here, okay?
All right.
All right, go ahead, Walker.
Hey, Nancy, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good to hear. I'm also doing fine. Just got off the phone with another seller, and now I'm talking to you. But just wanted to go over some of the stuff. You're in New Lebanon, Ohio. So that's a little further out than we normally buy.
Okay.
But I don't think it's too far though. We're usually more so in like Dayton, Kettering, stuff like that. But you don't look too far. And New Lebanon actually doesn't look too bad. Is it a nice little place?
I've lived here. Mom and Dad moved to New Lebanon when I was in 4th grade, so I'm 74 years old. And
Wow.
I've been in New Lebanon. My mom and dad were living in New Lebanon when they passed. My brothers lived in New Lebanon. My sister still lives here. Yeah, it's just, we were raised at St. Peter's Church.
Okay, so immediately Walker is trying to build rapport with the lady. Do you guys see that? And let me know if you guys can hear this fine, because I'm holding my phone, right? And this is coming from the computer. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Just put in the comments if you can hear just fine. Thumbs up, likes, whatever it takes. Let me know. I'll give you some time before I continue. Try to call people and they say wrong person, wrong number. Yeah, that happens. Okay, so you guys can hear that. Okay, great. I'm moving on. So Walker is using form. Form is he's trying to see if he can find something to relate with family, occupation, recreation. Okay, so let's see how he does.
New Lebanon. Yeah, it's just a nice little town.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm looking at a couple houses near you, and I just pulled up some comparables and stuff in your area, and all the houses seem like they're nice little houses.
On my street, yeah. Even on Mom and Dad's street, they lived over on Heater Drive in New Lebanon. Of course, they also lived on Lawson at one time and Marilee at one time.
Where do you plan on moving? Are you going to stay in New Lebanon, or are you
No, I'm going to go out to Eaton. I just spent 2.5 weeks out there because I just come home last Saturday because my sister-in-law had a hip replacement, and my brother-in-law is a quadriplegic. And he's been this way for the last 17 years. And I've always wanted to be closer to them. And I've missed 2 condos out there where they live by not having this on the market and getting rid of it. But it's like I was telling the lady that does my lawn was here today. And I said, it's just hard to find some place to go.
You see that? So immediately she's explaining everything about her situation, right? Because Walker's not talking about money yet. Walker's talking about her situation. He's trying to find ways how he can problem solve. So before you start like, I want to offer you $50K. Before you start talking about money, you got to build rapport. All right? You guys understanding that? And through this call, hopefully you guys see it. This is what it takes, guys. You can't start talking about money at all. You have to get to know who who they are, what their situation is. She wants to move to Eaton, which is a town that's like probably an hour and a half away, give or take, traffic. And now probably Walker is going to try and use some of what she's giving him to build rapport. It's all about building rapport when you're on the phone, and this is phone sales.
With two girls. I have two multiples. And if I sell this without having a permanent place to go to, I may not find a place to rent with the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see.
There's the pain. I may not find a place to, so you talk to him, right? He's trying to make a friend. He's being very curious. He hasn't talked numbers yet. He's trying to look for motivation and pain and have her explain, like, nice lady at her phone. Got a question about, are they mostly elderly? No. We bought in houses from freaking, like, people in their 20s.
That is, yeah. It sounds like the price.
So this house that I'm looking at a condo, I'm looking for a condo to go on the market out there soon, because before I left, there was the ambulance came 2 doors down from my brother, and the lady that lived there is now in a nursing home, and her son said she won't be coming home, and they will be putting the unit on the market.
So are you going to try to just buy that house from them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have their contact info? I'm just curious, because what if we could just do it all off market? You wouldn't even have to. I mean, are you going to be getting a mortgage, or are you going to be paying cash? I'm just curious.
No, I'm going to get a mortgage, and that's my problem. I have Social Security, and I have my retirement, and they are. I've already talked to the mortgage company that has this house I'm living in, and they said I can only qualify for 130. Well, those houses out there are going for more than 130, and I need the difference to make up the off of this house to make up the difference.
More pain, more of her situation. So right now Walker's calculating the problem solving. He's a problem solver, so he's trying to think of ways to help her. Like he's saying, well, can we contact a realtor, and like whoever that realtor is, can we work together on this? His main purpose is to try and get her on his side, right? We call that enrolling your motivated seller to be on your side. Okay, guys, tap on the screen and share this freaking thing. I don't think anybody's doing this on the freaking TikTok live. So let's go. There's 40 people on here. Let's get like 50, 60, 70.
Because I still owe 4,500
for 130, but the house is
right
more. So how much more are you going to be buying the house for?
I don't know. When I talked to the gentleman, I gave him my name and my phone number, and I said, would you please call me when you decide to put it on the market? And he said he would. And I said, when I was thinking about putting my house on the market earlier this year, because my nephew was working on the house, he wanted his niece to buy it. I mean, he wanted my niece, his daughter, to buy it. And so I talked to a realtor, and he said that, if Brian needed contracts written on the house, he would do it for nothing, because he wanted me to be able to buy the one that was out in Eaton. And I lost it by one day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one good thing about if we're able to buy your house, and honestly, I'll be able to know if I can buy your house by the end of this phone call.
So we're 6 minutes into the call, and he's starting to get into the actual house, right? A lot of you guys are being way too aggressive, and it's okay. Ms. Degree, you're going to get better at this. This is why we're sharing it. Yes, I do these live streams daily, right? You guys seem to like these. I'm on here daily. I'm showing you what we're using in our business. We buy 100 houses a freaking year, and I don't have to be doing this, but you're my peeps, guys. So I'm doing this. I'm sharing with you a call that our cold caller, Zeus, transferred to Walker, our US-based sales rep. And nice lady on the phone. She's going through some issues right now with her house. She needs to move to Eaton, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? So, guys, take some notes out of this, right? I'm sharing this to try and help you guys. We're on this mission here. So take notes. I'm going to continue this. But now he's talking about the house, and it's 6 minutes into the call.
Looking at some comparables right now, and we actually have a pretty good idea of what the rehab costs us on each house because, one, with COVID and everything, we have had to adapt our business. Well, we have now made a square foot rehab formula. So just based on like the square footage of your house, I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to cost us to fix up. So I'll actually be able to make you an official offer just by the end of this phone call. From the stuff that I see online and from the information that I get from you, we will have to do an inspection, but that would just take place within the next few days if we're able to work something out by the end of the call. So I just wanted to let you know that the good thing about working with us is it doesn't take us long to move the cash around rather than you having to list your property and wait. Who knows?
Advantages of working with us, right? The advantages of working with a proven home buyer is what now he's getting into the whole, the whole benefits of like working with us. Okay. So this is a good part.
Knows how long for it to sell and go through the, all the contingency periods and stuff. We don't have that. So it's going to be this phone call. We'll get an agreement put together. We would do an inspection, and then we would close on your property. We can close as soon as like 10 days. If you need 30 days or 14 days or 17 days, whatever it is, we should be able to get it done for you. So if you need, something quick, like let's say that house pops up on the market today or tomorrow or Wednesday, and you need to have an offer in, we would be able to show the realtor or whoever you're working with that, your property is under contract. And, it's basically just pending title and inspection and stuff. We can provide all of that paperwork for you. I'll talk to the realtor if you'd like. I mean, I really don't mind stepping in and helping you out.
I don't mind helping you out, right? I don't mind helping you out. So it's about helping the person. We can get everybody paid on this transaction. It's like the common goal, enrolling that motivated seller to be on our side. I'm here to help you, right? We didn't even talk about he started talking about the house 6 minutes into the call, but it's still all about how it is that we can help how we can help you, right? You're a problem solver. Make sense?
We've done this plenty of times in the past. You're definitely not the first person that has needed to move in order to buy it, to sell their house to buy a new house. We see this all the time. So this is very easy for us to manage, and we can help you out with pretty much everything. It is an as-is sale, so even when you move to the new place, you're only going to have to take the stuff that you want. Anything else, we'll either donate it or we'll trash it out.
See that? So now it's like, okay, well, I got to move. And we're thinking what people are. So Walker's putting himself in her shoes. He's wanting to make this very easy. That's some of the things that we say it's a benefit of working with us. Look, you can leave stuff in there. It's okay. Like, we'll take care of that. We'll trash it out. Or if there's stuff in there that you want us. People have left cars for us and we donate it. There's all kinds of stuff that ends up being in the house. Working out like guitars, drum sets, weight equipment. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
So you do not have to worry about anything besides moving. We would buy the house all cash. We would pay your mortgage off for you, and then you would net the remaining amount.
Do you guys get that? We would pay your remaining mortgage, and you net the remaining amount.
So I'm not sure how much you owe on your current house, but how much are you hoping to have after that mortgage is paid off? Have you thought about the number you need after the mortgage is paid off?
Well, the realtor was here and looked at the house and told me not to do anything to it. he would sell it as is. He told me
Okay.
I would net $55 on it. That was after paying my mortgage off.
That you would net $55 after paying the mortgage off?
Yeah. He said, I'll put $55,000 in your pocket.
$55,000. And how much do you owe on it?
See, now this, let's see if she answers, but she's going to answer because she has, like, been disarmed by Walker, right? Walker, you know, by how he's talking, he's not being forceful. He's not being the sleazy salesman. He's talking to her. He's like already built the rapport. So now she's opening up.
I think when I talked to the credit union Friday about upping my mortgage, or upping my loan application, she said I still owed, after the closing costs and everything, it'd be $45.
$45. So he's basically saying that he could sell the house as is without touching it for $100,000.
No, he said he was going to put it on the market for $109. If they decided they wanted me to pay for the closing costs, then he was going to up it to $114.
Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. That might be your best bet then.
Takeaway. That might be your best bet. We're not hungry, like we're not a hungry, motivated buyer, right? So it gives a takeaway right there. Look, that might be your best bet because it might be the best bet, right? Like we don't know, but if you sound too freaking desperate on the phone, that's the fastest hang up probably, you know. But look, we're 10 minutes into this call. He's already doing the takeaway, which is great. It's a good move.
I don't know if I can get you that much. I'm running some comps right now. I definitely think if he can get you that much, that might be your best bet. But let me just verify. I'm running the comps right now, and I just want to see what it's pulling up for me here.
Because when Brian was working on it,
Okay, now there's times where you don't want to have too long of a pause, but it's okay because the rapport has been built, and she goes right into that because no one likes the awkward pause on the phone, right? But she goes right in. She probably has more stuff to say. She likes Walker. You can tell by the phone call. There's no animosity.
thinking that Dominique was going to buy it, you know, the ceiling that was in it downstairs was perfect. It was one of those corrugated cardboard square 4 foot, you know, and it was just in perfect condition. But he said, "Hey, Nancy, that has to come down. You know, we're gonna put a drop ceiling in it," and he was going to remodel the kitchen upstairs and take these cabinets downstairs and put them in the kitchen downstairs. Yeah, he had it all worked out, but
yeah, it sounds like it.
He kind of left it, and then my other nephew, his brother, is a plumber by trade, and he and Wes was going to redo the plumbing downstairs and put a bath in downstairs. So it's almost ready to be converted over to put a small bathroom downstairs, a shower, toilet, and
You have that one-car garage attached, right?
right. I know the house on the corner sold to me. I think they've lived there about 2 years now, and it's sold for $119. But the only difference it has a family room. It doesn't, and a 2-car garage. It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath with a family room kitchen combination. It's
similar condition and everything on the inside.
Pardon?
Is it a similar condition to yours in the inside of that house?
Oh yeah. No, it's slab. It's carpet. I don't know.
So sometimes sellers will tell you, like, I know the market, and I know that one sold for 109 or 100, whatever it was. And Walker very politely is asking, "Oh, was it the same condition as yours? Same type of house?" Curious, you know, no animosity. That's saying like, "Well, I know this, and that one sold for 109, and you know, there's no animosity. We're trying to be friends here, right?" So it's like Very curious. Walker's very curious, asking these questions.
Whether I told you, I had this, when I bought the house 17 years ago, I had all the carpet upstairs taken up because I thought I was going to be moving my parents in here. And Dad always wanted to be on hardwood floors again. So I had them resurfaced, and they're blonde hardwood floors. I've had new furnace and new air conditioner put in 2 years ago.
I see. So honestly, what I'm looking at, I would have to buy the property for like, I don't know, 65 probably to make money on it. And that's way less than what you're going to accept. The only thing that I could really do for you is if for some reason, if you list your property and it doesn't sell, call me and I'll close on it as soon as possible. I could close on it in 7 days, but if you're looking to get 100, I mean, the highest comp in your area that I see is like this one on Perry Street. It sold for $114, and that's in pretty good shape. I mean, the roof is new on it.
And he's using PropStream, right? So he's using PropStream. If you don't have PropStream, you can use Zillow, but make sure that you're actually looking at the same type of house and you actually have a good example. You know what I mean? So
the exterior looks great. I'm looking at all the pictures right now. It's rehab, and that's at 114. So at 114, if I paid you 100 for it, I would be losing. If I paid you 80 for it, that would be by far the most that I could even entertain. But I know for sure, like, I could make something happen in 3 days with like 65,000, that would be the best thing that I could do. I don't think we're the best fit for you. If you can list the property and sell it that way, you're going to make more money that way. You really are. I'm just being honest with you. Okay.
I was going to call him over the weekend, but since I talked to someone from your office, I thought I would just wait and see what you had to say.
Yeah, but, and I wish I could pay you. I would love to help you out because I know we could get you. I would be able to send the money directly to the house on the realtor on the other house, whoever you're working with. I could send him the money in just a couple of days to lock that place in for you. I could do like a cash advance. Even if we hadn't closed on the house, you could have some money up front to secure the other place. I could be really flexible on closing date and everything for you. But if the price of $100,000 is going to be more important to you than that convenience, I think that you should take the better price.
Right. I have to take the better price because I have to pay the mortgage off on this one at 45.
Right.
So if you pay me, you said
I would pretty much be able to pay the mortgage off, and then I could pretty much pay like a down payment on the other property of like $20,000. But that would probably be the best that I could do. But you would have the new place secured and.
All right, so I'm going to stop this real quick, but the takeaway was given, right? So we're not desperate, but if you wanted to work with us, this is what we could do for you. It's an easy fast transaction. You can close quick, and you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that.
And the mortgage would be paid off, So I could.
So he's talking about the pain points, right? She's got the pain points. I've got this mortgage. I got to move. And then he revisits it as a way to saying, look, this is what we can do for you.
Definitely do that for you. But that's really the most that I could do.
Yeah. Okay. I just...
If I'm honest with you, what I think you should do, truthfully, and this is just like me being honest, it's not even like a sales thing, it's just a person-to-person
thing. No, that's fine. That's what I liked about the realtor I was talking with.
Yeah, look, she definitely, she's thinking about it. She's like, should I take that? I might have to wait. I don't have time. I need it to be done quick. Like, so Walker's explanation of why working with us benefits your situation, and he's talking about the pain because, it's over the phone, right? So she's thinking out her options. You're right. So now,
Yeah,
let's see
I
what
would
she says.
personally list it with him, and if the property doesn't sell by the time that other house comes on the market, give me a call. I'll put the down payment down on the property for you, and I'll pay off your mortgage. Whatever down payment you need, if you need I don't know, let's say it's going to be $150,000 house, and you have 130, I'll pay the 20,000. I'll pay it, and I'll send them the money directly for you. I'll send it the same day, right out of my account, and then I'll pay the mortgage off for you once the title and everything's clear. But we'll definitely work on it quick. I mean, I could at least be a very good, last worst case scenario. At least, worst case scenario, now you know that you can get the new place. Best case scenario, you sell your house for $100,000 and you have, an extra $20,000 in your pocket, which is obviously the better deal. But,
right.
Life happens every day. I mean, the way, for you to really sell your house at the same time before the other house comes on the market, that might not happen, I mean, you might end up needing us if you really want the other place, and we'll still get you taken care of. So,
all right, so you see how Walker is painting the picture of the two scenarios, right? So now it's like, I could really use that cash now quick. Like, you have to paint the picture of what it would look like at the end. What it would look like at the end is what he's doing.
Worst case
yes,
scenario,
I saved this lives.
Congratulations, you'll be moving, but best case scenario, you get a little extra cash, and unfortunately that won't be with us. But
well, it's not the extra cash. I was told by the credit union, because of my income, I have Social Security and I have a small retirement that I get every month, and at $130,000, I have to have 20% down, which
right.
They're telling me I can finance $100,000.
I see.
So
you actually need,
if he wants $150,000 for the condo, then I need 20% down plus the difference in between 130 and 150.
I'm just curious. Financially, and this is, if you don't want to answer the question, you do not have to. I'm literally just curious because I'm just trying to help and see if there's something that I can do.
Right. So it's all about helping this person. It's not about us winning it. We need to win together. And so he's trying to get her to give more information, right? This happens every day, guys. Like, some people just hold their cards close to the chest, and you might have to follow up with another phone call. But he's done such a great job of saying, I'm here to solve your problem, that she's willing to probably give him more information than most, right? And so this is what's going on.
If you list the house and it doesn't sell for $100,000, if you don't get $100,000, it sounds like, I don't know, to me it just sounds, and I'm a random person that you're talking to today, so maybe I'm not the most qualified person, but I am thinking, it just doesn't sound like the mortgage is a good opportunity. Have you maybe, talked to other mortgage companies that might be able to, do something for you? Or have you only talked to one person? Because it just doesn't sound like,
Right. I've only talked to one person, and that's
I would try to get approved by a couple other people.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I've thought about it, but I didn't know if that was, I've just dealt with, this is the first house I've owned. Yeah, when I was married before, my husband and I owned a house in England. But as far as that, I bought this house on my own and was laid off 2 days after I bought it from General Motors.
No way.
Yeah, way. Everything I did to this house, I did it on a credit card. And then all of a sudden I got smacked in the face with $14,000 in a credit card bill, and it's like, you can never do this again. It took me 8 years to pay that card off, and I pay my charge monthly. Every month I pay it off in full. I know what my allotted monthly income is, and I just don't go over it. I pay it off every month. So I'm not getting in that spot again. And
that's what I wanted to make sure, because it sounds like that other mortgage might be like a little too expensive. If you have to.
So this is so good right here, because now Walker has something to, there's a common enemy is what we call it. The common enemy right now is this mortgage company, and he's trying to help her get a better deal because she's only, she's got one option. So he's trying to say, look, you can probably get a better deal with a different mortgage company. And now it's like this common enemy. So you use a common enemy to gain their enrollment, and you're enrolling this other person, this lady, this nice young lady, to win their, it's like winning their friendship to an extent. And now you can we like to call walking through the finish line together. Walking through the finish line together. So, guys, I have to look. This live is going on and on and on, and I know you guys are getting a lot of value. But basically, what happened here is that he got her to agree to the $65K. And after this call, there's a lot more rapport that was built on this call, but they were texting back and forth after this. And she wants to work with us somehow, even after he gave her the takeaway of like, probably not the best option. There's other options that will allow, you to probably get more, right? And so we are, that's the type of company we are, that separates us from every other home buying company, because they're just giving out numbers, spitting numbers, and they haven't built the rapport. That's the way we use form, family, occupation, recreation. And then you get to the money and motivation. But if you start talking about the money right off the bat, like, this call could have gone down sour real quick if it was just like, can't do it for it. Like, we need to be at 50 or 45K, and this is it, like minutes into the call. Trust me, I've been in those phone calls before, and it's just like, okay, you sound too salesy, and you're done, you're over. There's no rapport. So I hope, guys, I have a podcast in 10 minutes. But if you guys got some value from that, okay, I can get on another live here very shortly. Dave's actually in the office. Say what's up, Dave.
Yo, what's up? What's up? That was a great call, by the way. I was listening on my way here, and I wanted to point one thing out. Just one thing. Notice how Walker, and we do this with all of our sales guys, he didn't talk about what price that we can pay. He talked about what the seller wants to net, and then figured out what they owe to figure out what they want. Sometimes people get uncomfortable when you just come out, well, what do you want for the house? Nobody wants to give their cards. People are more flexible or more readily available to give you what they want to net. Talk about what the seller wants to net, because that's the number that's in their mind. And then you can kind of get to the sales price. If you come and just ask them, what do you want for the house? It's less effective than trying to find out what they actually want to net and then figuring out what they owe. And that is going to give you just kind of a roundabout way to get the seller to show their cards.
So thank you, Dave. We're going to be back on here. Dave and I are probably going to do some role play stuff, and we can finish this call. We're 20 minutes in. There's another 20 minutes into that call, but I have to hop off. I wanted to show, the purpose of this was to show you how to build rapport over the phone before you even start talking about money. It's so key that you build rapport. And he did a very good way of getting her to talk. We're talking about like older people, like older people on the phone, they think they're getting scammed, right? So you have to break down those, bricks, as Jaeger Baum was saying, is brick by brick. She started opening up, and when they open up, they're going to give you more ways of how to help them. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining my live. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value. I don't think anybody's doing this kind of stuff in TikTok lives, but I'll be on again. Get a notification from me when I go live. Thanks for the follows and the shares. Love you guys. Talk to y'all soon.